Ladies, no. Guys, no. Everyone, this is a no. And it should be a definite no from you and from me as well. Over the past few weeks, I've read a lot of articles and news items where people, ladies most especially, lose their lives because their partners have abused them to death. Now, this is a sensitive issue, and I will try not to be judgmental about it. I don't want to be judgmental, but I'm going to be blunt with the truth. Like, is it that we are unable to see the signs? Are we too afraid to move away, even though we've seen the signs, even though we've been beaten before, we've been stabbed before, we've been abused one form or the other? Is it like, what is it? What is it about the person that makes you stay in such abusive relationships that leads to your untimely death? Abuses can be physical, emotional, financial abuse, you name it. Like, lots of these. And in this episode, I'm really going to pour out my heart because it's painful. Like, it pains me. Like, I get pained. Like, anytime I see such news, I'm pained. Like, I'm hurt. Like, why didn't you leave? Why? So this is what I really think. Okay, this is what I really think. One, if you are in an abusive relationship, okay, your partner hits you, shouts at you, what you have to, or if you don't know if you are in one, what I want you to do is to just look out for the signs. And these for me are some of the signs. It could be true and it could not be true. I don't know it all. Okay, so this is my opinion. Now, if you are in a relationship with someone and an issue comes up, and then the person tends to, shout at you at a level that could land in a slap on your face, you should be afraid. If you are in a relationship with a person, and at every little chance the person gets, the person either picks something and throws. It might not be in your direction, but the next 3-4 times it will be in your direction and it will be on your eye. If there's a case where the person, you're having an argument, a heated argument, the person just reaches out for his or her belt and then later realizes that no, we are still new, or I don't have to do this now, or something, like he just wants to hide it, know that it wasn't a mistake. I mean, like, and then we stay in such relationships, and then it gets to the point where the person starts hitting you. This physical abuse I'm talking about. The person starts hitting you, slapping you. You have a mark today, you have this tomorrow. You might even lose consciousness. My question is, what makes people stay in such relationships? Like, what will make you? I don't know. I'm really trying to get a scenario. So let's say, okay, if perhaps you have a child with a person, you don't want to have a broken home. Madam, would you want to die and leave your child in the hands of a man who abuses you? Would you want to die and leave your child in the hands of a man who doesn't care, doesn't mind what he says to you, how he says it, how he shouts at you, and all that? Like, you don't mind because of your child. Well, and is it like perhaps the money? But maybe the person has money, okay, and so you feel like even if he beats you, he buys beautiful things for you as compensation. Like, what? He has hit you, he has slapped you, he just like a fist, like goes in different parts of your body, and you say because he buys gifts for you, you don't want to go. Like, I'm not judging you, but you don't want to leave because of the material things that he's giving you. You are afraid he might release some pictures or some nudes or whatever, and so even though he's beating you in a relationship, you'd rather stay than have certain things or certain information about you come out. No, leave. Like, leave. I'm trying so hard to understand the circumstances. Sometimes when a woman is defined as a strong person, the person is not being defined as a strong person because of perhaps it's mostly being defined as a strong person because of the amount of pain she has endured, the amount of difficulties she had to just take in for no reason, like for a reason that what to say. Don't be excited when someone says you're a strong woman because you're in an abusive relationship. Like the guy beats you, and because you are staying, you're a strong person. No, you are not a strong person. You are just not. I'm sorry. Well, let me not use the word, but there is no explanation. Like there is no explanation for someone hitting you. You can't. You're going to die, and when you die, it's going to do it to the next person until the security force or the police or whoever gets hold of him. You're going to die, and it's going to happen to the next person. Leave, like leave. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe you feel like I'm young. I don't know what I'm talking about. But even as I am young, I know that I don't want to be with someone who would even try to raise your hand. If you try to raise your hand at me, I leave. I will go. I have kids with you. Want me to die? Like you want to assault me to the extent where like I die. And for the men who hate women, like I'm sorry, but like what runs through your mind? You know, there are some men who are like, okay, so this is me disciplining the person. Hello, no. No, this is you disciplining the person. This being you being like a criminal. Like you are being an abusive person. You're a criminal. It's against the law. Like you cannot abuse me to my untimely death. It's absolutely out of question. Like no. Why do you stay? Like it's a question I always ask. Why do you stay? Maybe I don't understand. If you have an experience and you wouldn't mind sharing in the comment section, you can go ahead. But I don't get why you have to stay. I don't get why you have to be the person's place where he has to, release his anger and all that. No, your life, you are too precious. Like your life is too important for your children, for your family. I mean, think about your family. Think about your children. If you have kids and you think because of the kids you are going to stay in an abusive relationship or marriage, you are not doing yourself any good, and you're not doing your child any good, because your child sees it. If unfortunately your son picks up the traits of his father, what kind of children are you bringing up? You need to take the right decision. The right decision being what? Leaving, reporting the person. Sometimes the cases that have been recorded in Ghana and elsewhere, most of them, there are more unreported cases than those which have been reported. And sometimes you go and then you report a case of abuse and you are like, oh, he's your boyfriend, he's trying to correct you, or maybe women, we are being too loud, we are trying to have too much presentation. What are you even talking about? What are you even saying? What are you saying? Physical abuse is the least of it. Once he tries, like once he raises his hand, you should go. You should leave. You go, he comes, he apologizes, he buys flowers for you, then you come back again. No. You are giving up too much. You deserve much more. And I'm sure you've heard a lot of this, like, I deserve better, I deserve better. Of course you deserve better. The person cannot be abusing you and saying that he or she is correcting you, or because he has invested in your education, because he has supported you one way or the other, you're going to stay there and die. See, trust me, if you die right now, you are going to be replaced. So it's better you leave and you are replaced. And the person who comes next, if you're watching this video and you come and he hits you, you should go. You should go until they come to their senses. If they don't come to their senses, let them be. Let them be. Let them be. Guys, listen to me. I appreciate the fact that it's not an easy decision to take, to leave maybe a 5-year relationship, a 7-year relationship. After you've done so much, you've been through so much, and you'd have to sacrifice all that. But equate that with your life. That's the simple thing. Whatever you are measuring to this form of abuse that you really want to just overlook, measure it with your life. Is it worth it? Like my life in 5 years. How many years more do you have? Like 7 years, 10 years. You invested so much in the guy. He doesn't appreciate you. And I don't think it's going to change. People don't change. People do not change. You can have your opinion, but people do not change. If the person says I will change, and perhaps the attitudes that people really, try to change, it's not abusive types, though. It's not like these ones. And yeah, I grow. And yeah, I grow. Na yanko focus like an abusive man tells you that I will change, and you think he will change, and you are there and you are taking the slaps. As I said, I appreciate that it's not easy, like it's difficult, like it's crazy, but just equate it with your life. When you die now, you lose everything, plus the 10 years that you are really pondering hard over, plus the 7 years that you are so much, like you're holding so much onto, plus the money that you are, because of that you can't leave. If the man is taking care of you, and because of that he finds it like he feels like he can abuse you, like he can beat you, I really do not know. I honestly, like, it's simple. Or you don't get me. It's not simple, but it's simple. He's going to chase you to wherever you are going to. Let him. Report him. Not this one. You are taking a step. You are moving away from the toxicity. You're moving away from a relationship that can end your life. He's pestering you. Report him to the authorities. It's that easy. Like, it's that simple. Report him. Just report the person. You've reported so many times, nothing comes up. Something is going to come up. Just try. But as I said, if it's 15 years, 20 years, just balance that, like measure that with your life. That's how I would say it. Like, measure that with your life. And really and honestly have an honest conversation with yourself alone. If this is really worth it. There's a guy out there who would want to treat you far better. You have a friend who is with you and you are going through an abusive relationship and you are telling him about it. And he's giving you advice. He says leaves. You think because he likes you, he's trying to make you leave your relationship. He's being truthful with you. And he's there for you. He's been your friend. You can like him. Even if you don't like him, but the abusive relationship, measure it with your life. That's just it. Measure it with your life. Is it worth losing my life? If you lose your life, as I said, you are losing 15 years of it. You're losing 20 years. Whatever amount of money that you spent in it, you are losing it all. If you're in a relationship that is emotionally draining you, put this one to measure it with your life, your sanity, like measure it, your life. This is my life. This is how much I've invested in a relationship. Which one weighs more? How many years do I have? It's not easy, but take that decision. Like, try, move, like try, do something, take a step. Take that step. Don't be afraid. We are in this together. Like, don't keep staying there and be doing Obumio, men is saying because of the children. I've invested so much in him. They say I've invested so much in him. What should I do? Like, I can't leave. Like, he's my everything. He's not your everything. He's not your world. Like, he's being demonic. Like, he's being wicked. Like, he's being demonic. He's not your world. Your father would not treat you like that. And so don't let someone's son treat you like that. Don't let someone's daughter say things that will crush you. That can practically, like, literally burn everything within you. Like, you just drop everything because of what someone's daughter has said. And people, this is just one of the. There are so many stories. There are so many issues about relationship. I'm hoping that this will do something. Will do something, like, will make you take that step that is you so desire, like you so need to take. I'm just hoping, really hoping and wishing that you're able to do something, take that step that you want to take. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, leave your experiences. If you want to get in touch personally, my social media handles have been displayed. You can reach me via social media and I'm going to respond to you. But more of this will come, okay? Like this video, subscribe, comment, stay safe. Leave if you have to, leave if you can, and I know you can, so just leave.